The two-round system is a voting method used to elect a single candidate, where voters cast a single vote for their preferred candidate. The election proceeds to a second round only if in the first round no candidate has received a simple majority of votes cast, or at least some other prescribed percentage. In the second round, usually only the two candidates who received the most votes in the first round, or those candidates who received above a prescribed proportion of the votes, would be candidates in the second round. Any remaining candidate is free to withdraw from the second round. The two-round system is widely used in the election of legislative bodies and directly elected presidents, as well as in other contexts, such as in the election of political party leaders or within companies. The two-round system is known as runoff voting in the United States, where the second round is known as a runoff election. Runoff voting may also sometimes be used as a generic term to describe any voting method that involves a number of rounds of voting, with eliminations after each round. By this broader definition, the two-round system is not the only form of runoff voting, and others include the exhaustive ballot and instant runoff voting. However, the subject of this article is the two-round system. In Canada, for example, when there are more than two candidates for political party leadership, an exhaustive ballot system is used where one candidate must win a simple majority. Candidates with the fewest votes or candidates who want to move their support to other candidates may also move to remove themselves from the next vote. In both rounds of an election conducted using runoff voting, the voter simply marks his/her preferred candidate. If no candidate has an absolute majority of votes in the first round, then the two candidates with the most votes proceed to a second round, from which all others are excluded. In the second round, because there are only two candidates, and absent a tie vote, one candidate will achieve an absolute majority. In the second round, each voter may change the candidate he or she votes for, even if his/her preferred candidate has not yet been eliminated but he or she has merely changed his/her mind. Some variants of the two-round system use a different rule for choosing candidates for the second round, and allow more than two candidates to proceed to the second round. Under such methods, it is sufficient for a candidate to receive a plurality of votes to be elected in the second round. In Czech and Kenyan presidential elections, the candidates in the first and second places are permitted to stand in the second round, with all other candidates eliminated, thus providing the contingency for a first or second place tie. A plurality is then sufficient to be elected. However, in Ghana, which also employs this contingency method, the majority requirement still holds in the second round, and a third round would be held if it isn't obtained, etc. Under some variants of runoff voting, there is no formal rule for eliminating candidates, but candidates who receive fewer votes in the first round are expected to withdraw voluntarily. Two-round voting is or has been used in French presidential, legislative, and departmental elections and in elections for Iran's parliament and for the Czech Senate and for the Cuban parliament. In Italy, it is used to elect mayors, but also to decide which party or coalition receives a majority bonus in city councils. A two-round system is used also to elect the presidents of Afghanistan, Argentina, Austria, Benin, Bolivia, Brazil, Bulgaria, Burkina Faso, Cape Verde, Chile, Colombia, Costa Rica, Croatia, Czech Republic, Cyprus, Djibouti, Dominican Republic, East Timor, Ecuador, Egypt, El Salvador, Finland, Ghana, Guatemala, Haiti, India, Iran, Indonesia, Kyrgyzstan, Liberia, Lithuania, Malawi, Moldova, North Macedonia, Peru, Poland, Portugal, Romania, Russia, Senegal, Serbia, Slovakia, Slovenia, Togo, Turkey, Ukraine, Uruguay and Zimbabwe. In the United States, runoff elections are held in Georgia for senators if a candidate does not receive more than 50% of votes in the first round. Historically, it was used to elect the Reichstag in the German Empire between 1871 and 1918 and the Storting of Norway from 1905 to 1919. in New Zealand in the 1908 and 1911 elections, and in Israel to elect the Prime Minister in the 1996, 1999 and 2001 elections. In the 2002 French presidential election, the two contenders described by the media as possible winners were Jacques Chirac and Lionel Jospin, who represented the largest two political parties in France at the time. However, 16 candidates were on the ballot, including Jean-Pierre Chevènement and Christian Taubira from the plural left coalition of Jospin, who refused by excess of confidence to dissuade them. With the left vote divided among a number of candidates, a third contender, Jean-Marie Le Pen, unexpectedly obtained slight